Hi, in front of you you're going to see the introduction of our new CLI-06 IC core cam lock. In the past we had the CLI-05s. When the CLI-05 is assembled and installed correctly, you could easily put the core in and the lock works without any problem at all. However, if the lock is assembled and installed incorrectly, you can put the core in, but you can't lock it in place. The control key will never turn to the 12 o'clock position, allowing the key to come out. Unfortunately, when this is found out, it's already too late. The people that installed the lock were normally in the cabinet and showcase factory. The people that install the cores are generally the LP people in the field. What's the difference? If you look in the rear of the lock, you can see that this little stop plate that controls the rotation for the lock has a red mark. This one has a little blue mark. While these little pieces appear to be mirror images, and you can flip them upside down, either this way or this way, and they'll work in either direction, it's really untrue. There's a slight difference in the material width on these wings. And because of that, if you install it incorrectly, as seen on this one, you can install the core, but you can't lock it into place. This is a real problem, especially when you have a major rollout. Our new CLI-06 takes care of that. When you order the locks from Kenstan, we control everything on the inside of the lock. You tell us what rotation you want, lock to 12, open at 3, however you'd like it, and we do everything on the inside of the lock. So when we send the lock out into the field, what you'll have is just an installation and not an assembly problem. And I'll show you what I mean. If I take off this cam, which now has a much longer, meatier screw to give it more strength, as well as a thicker cam, you're going to see this is all you get. Nice and clean. There's nothing to do on the back, as you'll see on the other lock. Let's try this one. Now, if the cabinet and showcase people, when they install the lock, were to test it with a core and not with the black plastic actuator, they would find this problem. Unfortunately, they don't. They're rushing through it. It's so much extra labor, they're just not going to do it. See how it's nice and clean? The other thing is, because we have the stop plate and everything built on the inside, on the old version, it was very easy when they did the installation to have difficulty putting it all together. This is where it saves a tremendous amount of time for the cabinet people to use the new lock. Instead of having to do this, whoop, drops out of place, make sure it's in correctly, hold this in place. Let's see. See how I have to get it to sit on that little shelf? Time consuming. Hold the screw in. Come on, get in the hole. It's a lot of time wasted for the labor. It's not necessary on the new version. You'll also notice on the new version, you see a square cam boss, and there's no pin on the cam. And because we no longer have the pin on the cam, and we have a square cam boss, it's very easy to have a multitude of cams sitting on the shelf right here at Kenstan. So whatever your needs are, we could easily send out a cam without a special order. Believe it or not, that little brass pin on the cam caused a lot of problems. It was very difficult to make custom cams for people, and these things come up all the time. If you look really closely, I'm going to tilt the display a little bit, you can see we also made a new 3-finger washer there. And this, the way the 3-finger washer works, when you fold over those little tabs, vibration won't let the nut become loose. Therefore, when you do the installation, it's a good solid installation. Nothing to worry about. So, you have the 3-finger washer, everything is self-contained, you have the square boss, you save time during the assembly, because there is no assembly anymore. Now it's just installation. Tell us what you want, we send it out. Multitude of cams using the square cam boss. and you're good to go. On the reverse side, clean, same exact lock, nothing is different other than that. You'll see, because we encompassed everything, or enclosed everything, in the body of the lock, there is a little extra length here, but it's minimal. It's less